I met with my own state rep, Vinnie Ciampa, in the fall of 2003, 2 weeks after the same-sex marriage court case, the Goodridge decision, to ask him to support equality and not vote to overturn the decision in the legislature. And his reaction was less than supportive. It was offensive. And so I took him on in 2004 in the primary. I beat him, unexpected to me or to him, I think. I actually tried to find somebody else to run. I wasn't ready. I wasn't thinking I was the right candidate at the time. But everyone I talked to said they wouldn't run, that he was unbeatable. He'd been there for 14 years. He was entrenched as an incumbent. He was in House leadership. And that made me more determined because marriage was on the ballot that year. If you think back to what was going on at the time, we had a Senate president and a speaker and a governor who were all either neutral or hostile to marriage equality and to LGBT equality in general. And here's Deval Patrick showing up on the scene, a fresh face. I remember when I was in the legislature in my first term, it was September of 2005, I believe, was when we had one of the debates on marriage where I gave my first speech about marriage equality on the floor of the House. And it turns out that Deval Patrick was up in the gallery watching, and we connected about that afterwards. And he said that he liked what I said, and I was sort of blown away because I was still, a 25-year-old kid, and being there was surreal all by itself. Being a part of the debate was surreal in itself, but then having then incoming governor Deval Patrick tell me that he had been there to witness that piece of my own history was pretty cool. And when he got into the legislature, what was amazing was even before he was sworn in, I remember we were in the middle of some really, really tough debates, and the vote counting of legislators trying to get enough votes for marriage was at a fervent pitch, and Governor-elect Deval Patrick was actively involved before he ever even got sworn in helping us round up votes, and was instrumental in helping us win marriage equality in Massachusetts. I'm the first director of AIDS Action in the organization's history that actually has HIV myself, and one of the few in the country in that similar position. And it's a remarkable place to be in the epidemic, in the history of the epidemic. Really starting around when we passed our healthcare law, which helped to ensure people with HIV have access to doctors and medication, we saw an over 50% reduction of new infections in this state, which is a remarkable trend. It's not seen anywhere else in the country right now. Our state is lucky. We have the infrastructure. We've invested well in public health over the years. We saw some severe cuts that we have to restore, but our success story is that we've actually invested and we've taken care of people that have HIV, given them access to medications better than probably any other state. I think it sets a tone in Massachusetts that we have a governor that is on the right side of all those issues, and it tells people in this state that it is not only politically safe to be visibly pro-equality and pro progress on HIV and LGBT issues, but that it's the right thing to do.